Good morning, guys. Today I want to explain you one thing that can make or break your results in the gym. And to explain me that one thing, I have to go back a little bit. When I just started out in the gym, there was a guy that called us, me and some friends, the Golden Boys. Why the Golden Boys? Because we were studying at that time. We were going to high school and after that planned to go studying. So we had at least 5 years of going to school left. And what it truly meant, this older guy, by telling us Golden Boys, is that with those 5 years left, we could focus on training. Training could be our number one priority. And that's what it was for me when I was starting out. When I was like 17, 18 years old, training was my number one priority. When you take a look at Gregor Gallagher or Jeff Said, they look the biggest when they're about 18 years old. Part of that is because the hormones are just right at that age. Another part, which I think is bigger in my opinion, is that training was just a higher priority for them. Now Gregor Gallagher has to run a business. Now Jeff Said goes into supplement deals. They all have different priorities. They need to put food on the table. Similar goes to me. I need to manage 5 fitness centers and I also run a side hustle. Today I want to make sure though that the gym keeps being one of your priorities. It doesn't have to be the number one priority. In fact, in my opinion, it shouldn't, because there's nothing really that the bodybuilding industry is giving you back. You're sacrificing everything and what you get back is like a plastic thing when you go on stage. Today I want to just give you 3 things to make sure that the gym is one of your priorities. It doesn't have to be a top one, but one of your priorities. The first tip is really simple. Caffeine. Have a coffee before your training. Why? Because caffeine makes you expend your energy a little bit more. It helps you burn more calories and it helps your brain make that switch between, okay, now it's go mode. Because what I found out for me is that I now drink a coffee before my work. I don't drink it anymore before training because this signals again subconsciously to my brain that training is not worth the coffee anymore and that I shouldn't expend as much calories and shouldn't go all out in the training. So just drink your coffee before your training. The second thing is, do you train early in the morning? Usually the one that is the most important for us, we should do early in the morning. Right now it's 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm basically here because I need to film the video and also because training right now is a priority for me. And I want to film the video before the staff comes in at 6:30. Because what I found out for me, my time right now is extremely limited. So what I usually do early in the morning, I start working on those YouTube videos, start working with my clients and all doing that businessy stuff. But what I should be really doing, in my opinion, is training. Get a good workout in and then start with the business side. So number 2, to make sure the training keeps to be your priority, train early in the morning. If you can't do that, at least schedule it in your calendar. And number 3, and this is a very subtle way of how your brain can manipulate you to stop making training your priority, and this happens to every one of us, is we start changing our exercise schedule a little bit. What do I mean by that? When you used to start with bench press, for example, you now start with machine stuff. When you used to do a deadlift or a squat, for example, you now start with the leg press. Over there again. The leg press and the chest press machine, for example, are way easier methods than the deadlift, the squat or the bench press. And you will make excuses why this should be like that. Okay, I don't have enough time, I didn't catch enough sleep. But the truth of the matter is that the gym is not a high enough priority for your brain to expend enough calories on it. So you have to be really sure about those subtle changes in your training. Also, writing down your progress. Writing down your progress is a taxing thing to do for your brain. So what most of us do, we stop doing it after a time. This is not good. This is not good. You need to be aware of those subtle changes in your brain and in your workout schedule. So this was priority number 3. One of the most important things in seeing results in a gym is making sure that it's one of your top priorities. It shouldn't be number one in my opinion, but it should be one of your top priorities if you want to see extraordinary results. So make sure you drink your coffee before your training, schedule it or do it first thing in the morning. And 3, make sure that you're not making slight changes to your training which are just there because your brain wants to limit its caloric expenditure. Okay guys, have a nice morning and have a nice training.
If you like this video and want to know more about fitness, nutrition, mindset and health and how these things can help you get the most out of your life, subscribe to this channel.